What do you think you're doing?
What's it look like?
That's my shrub.
It's overhanging my garden.
You leave my shrubs alone.
Instead of lazing around all day in your dressing gown, you should get out here and keep this jungle of yours under control.
Just because I don't get down on me hands and knees with a pair of scissors, I've seen you, one blade of grass, shoot above the rest, snip, snip.
If a job's worth doing...
Ooh. Is that a mole I see over there?
Where? Hey!
I always thought that canal boats were really tiny. But the one Donna and Des hired sleeps 8. We could do a long weekend, what do you reckon? Rob?
Yeah, I'll unblock it this afternoon.
We could take off all our clothes and run up and down the deck singing Rule Britannia. What do you think?
Sounds all right.
Rob!
What?
You're not home much. At least be here when you are.
Are you moaning again?
I don't moan. Do I? I don't mean to. I don't like to see you down.
I'm all right.
Is it to do with the ARU trial?
No, that was ages ago.
But I know that meant a lot to you, and you just blew it for me, and it was a huge sacrifice.
Well, I did it for everyone. When Luke shot that kid, it sort of brought it home to me what that job could really mean.
But it was a lot to do, and I'm grateful. What's getting to you?
If you must know, there's a big investigation going on at work, and... Oh, can we leave it?
Why?
Because I've asked you to.
So, which part of Portugal are you going to?
The Algarve, Tavira.
Oh. Who are you going with?
Family friend's got a place there.
Oh, when are you going?
Tonight.
Ooh. Oh, I wish I was going on holiday. Sun, sangria instead of rain and porridge.
It's not all going to be play. Coming back a few days early because there's a course I want to go on.
Oh, are we going to have a little top-up?
You're not, are you?
No.
Well, that's very wise, because you don't want to come back looking like Max Headroom.
What are you talking about?
Leave you all to talk about it.
Aw, that's so sweet.
What is?
Scott's taking me shopping at lunchtime. He says he's got a surprise for me. I'll give him a call before surgery.
Hey, how are things?
Rob's being a right pain at work. Something's going on and he won't say what.
Well, maybe he's not allowed to discuss it.
Never stopped him before.
How many kinds of sweet flowers grow in an English country?
Does that thing have to be so loud?
I'll tell you now of some.
You talking to me?
I'm surprised you can hear me. That's antisocial behaviour.
Antisocial? Oh, you. Coughing and spreading your germs everywhere.
If you don't tear that thing down, I'll cough all over your cauliflower.
You have got a very nasty streak running through you, Arthur Cuthbert.
And stop throwing your bacon rind over my garden.
And if you don't leave off moaning, I'll start a slug farm.
How many insects come here and go through our English country garden?
Would you like to go through, Mr. Cuthbert?
Oh, thanks.
Karen, why don't you and Rob go out to dinner tonight?
Can't. He's promised to his mum.
Lunch then.
Oh, well, we could do. It's his day off.
Right. call him. Go on, do it from my office. I'll cover for you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Miss Sumner, would you like to go through?
Very wheezy.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. It's the bronchitis. I had a bit of a chill, it's raised itself up again.
Yeah, well, you need antibiotics.
They upset my stomach.
Got a chest infection, needs to be nipped in the bud.
Ah.
What is it?
I did a bit of nipping myself this morning in the garden. Upset my neighbour. You should have seen her face, it was like thunder.
You still enjoy the gardening then?
All right, keeps me active. All that digging and weeding.
Yeah, well, it's all good stuff, but with that chest, I'd recommend that you took it easy for a while.
Righto.
Start these today?
I will do.
Oops.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, son. Doctor.
Oh, sorry.
My love.
Daniel, as you're out on call this afternoon, while I remember I brought these forms for you. They need to be signed.
Okay, thank you.
Listen, well done.
What for?
No, for all the time and effort you've put into this Botox project. You've done a really good job.
Thank you.
I suppose all the jokes about lifts and tucks are getting a bit tedious, aren't they?
Yeah. Still have to take the rough with the smooth, I suppose.
Yeah.
I was going to fix that sticky window in his bedroom.
Oh, it can wait.
It's not what you normally say. Mind you, I'm not complaining. So where are you taking me for lunch?
There's a new place round the corner. Got one of those 2 for the price of 1 thingies.
2 for 1, splashing out, eh?
You've done that on purpose.
What are you going on about?
You saw me putting out me washing. It's the first dry day we've had for ages. Now it's all going to smell of smoke.
Well, you'll have to take it all back in again, won't you?
Oh, you rotten old devil. Oh, 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 oh. What are you staring at? Oh,
You do like it.
It's lovely.
I saw you looking at the bag the other day. Should have bought it then.
I need to buy some earrings for a friend.
Well, I'm hungry, can't we?
Oh, look at that, isn't it lovely?
Shouldn't you be looking at the earrings?
Scott and Jerry. Hiya. Not interrupting, are we?
Oh, hi. No, we're just looking for a present for someone. My cousin that I told you about earlier.
I thought
And
you
a
said-
friend.
Right, Scott, this is my husband, Rob.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Day off?
Yeah, it is. And we've got lots to do, haven't we? So come on, love, we better be going. Nice to see you.
Catch you later. You know him, don't you?
No, I don't.
You've seen Scott before.
Are you interrogating me? You'd be no good at sussing out criminals, would you?
Well, I might not be, but you are.
I am still using the stick.
Well, you've only been out of hospital for a week, Mrs. Pinner. That's healing well.
It's just I thought, when I hurt it, I thought maybe I'd knocked the new knee out of place.
Well, if you had, you wouldn't be able to stand. That's fine. How'd you do it? Was it a fall?
No. I was on a step and I twisted it. It's all due to that old goat next door.
Goat.
My neighbour is not very neighbourly.
Have you lived next door for long?
26 years. Well, she was all right, Mrs. Cuthbert. She was quite a nice lady, but I never knew what she saw in him.
Of course, that's right, you live next door to Arthur Cuthbert.
Do you know him? Oh, yes, of course, we're at the same surgery. Has he been to see you about his chest?
I'm afraid I can't say.
Well, if he hasn't, he should. Coughing. Morning, noon and night. He's out in that garden in all weathers. Come rain or shine, there he is, pottering about. He thinks it's Kew Gardens.
Has he been outside today?
When isn't he?
See what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to go down there, through the hedge there, and watch out for them prickles.
Okay.
Hey, Doctor, what are you doing here?
He was seeing me.
Well then, get him back over your side.
If I could just... Mrs. Pinner, would you mind?
I'll say goodbye then, Doctor. Thank you so much for coming out.
You should be inside, resting, keeping warm, not out here with a pair of clippers in your hand.
I've only been out 5 minutes.
It's not what I heard.
Oh, what's she been telling you?
She actually showed some concern.
As if.
Mr. Cuthbert, you've got a weak chest. Okay, being out here is doing you no favours. Now, will you please go inside and keep warm?
All right, if you insist. I'll just put this away, then I'll go in.
Okay, goodbye.
Excuse me, Karen.
You lost something?
Yeah. You seen my pen? Oh. So how was lunch?
He hardly said a word.
Hiya.
There's another one with her mind elsewhere.
I saw her and Scott at the shops looking at rings.
Oh, young love. Cherry's blossomed since she's been with Scott. Did you get that? Cherry blossomed. Yeah.
Mr. Cuthbert! Mr. Cuthbert! Could you take my bin down for me? It's bin day tomorrow. I wouldn't ask, but I can't do it, you see, because of my knee. Mr. Cuthbert? Ow. What are you doing?
Get out!
Don't you shout at me. Why aren't you inside the house?
Get away!
Why haven't you got this? Oh, you'll never get better without it. You are dotty.
Out!
Oh, don't you worry, I'm going.
Sorry for being all peculiar at the shops earlier. I just didn't want you to say too much.
Has he proposed then?
No, not yet, but like you say, he will. He's just waiting for the right moment. I can't wait. Oh, have a look at this. Isn't that lovely?
Don't you think you're jumping the gun?
You were all for it the other day. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh.
I am so sorry to call you out again so soon, Doctor. I didn't know what to do.
Well, what's happened?
It's Arthur, Mr. Cuthbert. He's in a sleeping bag on the shed floor.
Why isn't he in the house?
That's what I asked him. He turned right nasty. He's not at all well, and
he's still got this.
Right, thank you.
What's this? Open house?
What are you doing, Mr. Cuthbert?
I'm getting a bit of rest, like you told me.
Yeah, in the warm, not in here.
I like it here.
Mr. Cuthbert?
Look, Doctor, I'm all right. Will you and old Bladdermouth just leave me alone, please?
Not going to leave you like this.
Yes, you are. I can do anything I want. It's a free country.
Yeah, you'll end up in hospital.
Yeah, you'll end up with a bash on your nose if you don't leave me.
Why didn't you get your prescription?
Oh, I forgot. I'll take it. I'll take it in the morning.
Will you please let me help?
Doctor, please, once and for all, will you please just leave me?
Oh, help yourself.
Oh, thanks. He's obstinate, isn't he?
I called him something else.
His cough's worse.
I know. I hear him.
Sleeping in a damp shed is doing him no good at all.
Well, why isn't he inside the house?
I don't know, and he won't budge either.
Well, let him stay then.
The trouble is with this weather and that chest.
He's asking for trouble. He's a silly old fool.
Yeah?
Oh, please. No, that ginger nut's mine.
Thank you for the tea. Look after yourself. Take care of that knee, won't you?
I will.
Keep an eye on Mr. Cuthbert for me.
Yes, and if I see his son, I'll tell him you've been.
It's not burning.
What?
Oh.
Oh, Arthur, you stupid.
Mr. Cuthbert! Arthur, open the door! Arthur! Arthur! Ah! Give me your hand. That's it. Oh! Sit down.
You're all right, love. I'll go make you some nice, strong, hot, sweet tea.
I'm calling for an ambulance.
No, you're not.
You've inhaled a lot of smoke. You've already got a chest infection. All right, you've got to go to hospital.
I'm not going. I tell you, you can't make me. That's final.
Arthur, why are you living in a shed?
45 years. We had together 45 years before she. So, when my son and his wife offered to move in for a while, it seemed like a good idea. They were only going to stay a couple of months. 2 years later, they were still here. It was like a lodger. I stayed out here most of the time. A few months ago,
Take your time.
a few months ago, Tony said we should think of moving. He'd been offered a job in Wales. I told him I'd think about it. Well, things moved on. And suddenly, the house was sold.
You didn't even have a solicitor.
No, I was totally dealt with all that.
Did you sign a contract? Arthur?
Tony said I'd agreed to sell and I'd signed all the papers. I don't remember. They said I liked the new house.
You hadn't even seen it?
The garden was all paved over. There wasn't even a shed. I'd spent all my time in the house and it wasn't my home. I told Tony I wasn't happy. And he said... if I didn't like it, I knew what I could do. So I did. I came home. New people changed all the locks. But they weren't moving in to the end of the month.
Arthur, you need proper legal advice.
What? Take my own son to court? May would never forgive me.
You can't stay here.
I'm a squatter.
Yet you're also an ill man who needs the warmth and comfort of his own home. And besides, you haven't got a shed anymore. This must be important.
A night dress. It was a present to her on our first wedding anniversary. I remember her opening this box. That smile on her face. Some moments in life, son, you never forget.
Well, good luck. Let me know. Bye. Oh, thank you.
You got any plans for tonight?
Meal for one. Scott's seeing clients.
He works some funny old hours, doesn't he?
No choice. He's self-employed. He's got to see the clients when it suits them.
You met his family yet?
No, not yet. I know that his mum's died, and I can't say that I'm looking forward to meeting his dad.
Why not?
Well, I'll probably be a letdown.
You're a lovely girl. Scott's lucky to have you.
You really ought to go to hospital. Mr. Cuthbert.
You can hear you. There's just no manners, some people.
Oh, you teach me manners.
I go into hospital. I'm there for a week. When I come out, I'm living next to a flower pot man. Why didn't you tell me what had happened?
Why should I? It's none of your business.
Fancy living in a shed. And what did you do when you had to go to the...
Mrs. Pinner, any more tea?
Oh, I could squeeze the pot, love. Some of them scratches are really nasty.
Yeah?
But you have got lovely eyes.
Thank you. I'm going to call social services, see if they can find you somewhere to stay.
Like hell you are.
Mr. Cuthbert, you're ill, homeless, and you can't sleep on the streets.
He can stay here till he's sorted.
Well, what do you think about that?
All right, I suppose.
I'll make sure he takes his tablets. I'll enjoy that.
Well, I think that's me done here. I'm going to be away for a little while, but I'd like to arrange for a colleague to come and make sure everything's okay. Is that all right with you?
Yes. Thanks, Doctor.
Take care of yourself, Arthur. Mr. Cuthbert.
Thank you very much indeed, Doctor.
You're welcome.
If you think you're going to be telling me what I can and can't do, you can think again.
I'll put a sock in it, a miserable old sausage.
Hi. All signed.
Oh. What happened to you?
Yeah, believe it or not, one of my patients got trapped inside a burning shed.
You saved him?
Well, yeah, I think he would have got himself out somehow, but
No, you might have a couple of scars with that.
made me look interesting.
Yeah. Shows you lived.
Yeah, someone said a little too much.
Well, that may be, but you've worked really hard lately and it has not gone unnoticed.
Thank you. I better run. I'm going to miss my flight.
Oh, yeah. Listen, have a great time. Oh, and if you've got any euros on the way back, any perfume will do.
Right.
Ron?
I'm up here! Rail broke, the curtains were all over the floor.
Rob, can you leave that?
If you're thinking of starting again, you can forget it.
What's going on with Scott?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you lying? She thinks he's going to propose, so what do you know?
Nothing.
Jerry is a mate. So if Scott's known to the police...
Karen, just drop it.
What? Drop it? What? Why? I'm going to phone Jerry.
And say what?
Something's going on.
Don't you dare.
Why not?
Because you would screw up an ongoing investigation.
See, I knew I was right. That's why you won't talk to me. Oh, more reason to phone Jerry.
No, put the phone down, Karen. I mean it. Put the phone down.
You've been smoking.
Julia, yeah, I've been meaning to call you.
Do you know what's happening with Cherry?
They're interviewing her now.
We follow the procedure, Dr. Clay. I don't see the problem.
You got half the force here. What's going on?
How many times do I have to say I can't tell you?
I just want to help Jerry.
And find her a good brief.
My advice would be to say as little as possible.
Arguments over a will lead to murder next year on BBC1 Scotland, and today's case for Jessica Fletcher.